Thanks for tuning back in. I'm Tommy Campbell, still bald, still in my basement, and now Steve Bannon is on the other side of the barbed wire looking like the before picture from a knockoff Ozempic ad on Instagram. Okay, someone was stress eating. Now, after a quick change and a makeover, he was in front of the microphones only to be immediately confronted by a hilarious heckler. And I'll be digging to that in a moment, but I just caught the Harris Walls imagery on the Sphere, and I think it's fantastic. I was only there a couple weeks ago, and to be fair, they did have a Trump promo going. At least I thought it was at first. Okay, it was just a pumpkin. But I wasn't the only one in the queue making the jokes about the big orange globe. Not a lot of YouTube MAGA fans out there. If you are in Vegas and you get a chance, go to the Sphere. From the second you get there, it's brilliant. Most venues are built for sports and then accommodate a concert, whereas this is an acoustic marvel. It's made for music with a jaw-dropping screen, really comfortable seats, and just a wild, futuristic lobby that's like if the Death Star was in a Mad Men episode. So why the splashy Vegas ad now? Because that would have cost a fortune, but they have a lot of money. That's what happens at the end of a campaign. And you do your best to spend it in the final days. Donald Trump offered 50 Cent $3 million to perform at his rally, and he declined. So he brought his family, his Melania stunt double lawyer, like in stilts. What is this, Cirque du Soleil? It's ridiculous. He also brought his Made in China Bible sidekick, Lee Greenwood, the fired TV host that said he hated him with a passion, and an open mic host that did Trump no favors. And yes, his rally was packed. It's New York, but he struggled to draw in Atlanta. I mean, look at this. He's on here. He's talking. This isn't like an opener filling seats. This is peak Trump. This is brutal. Kamala had 100,000 last night, and she doesn't even bang on about it. Rallies, for the most part, are a big thing for Trump because they feed his ego and fill his pockets. And yes, 1 week from the election, Steve Bannon was released from jail after serving 4 months for contempt of Congress. Bannon was joined by Marjorie Taylor Greene heading into prison, where he and others were heckled, and during his first speech back, he was greeted with more of the same. Actually, this is some next-level stuff. I love it.
That's what I wanted.
Steve, Robbie Rhodes steamer here. I'm wondering, when's the next insurrection, and can we storm the Burger King after this? Like, can we do that? I mean, doesn't he look great now? We were in Danbury the first month together. He looks great. You don't remember me? We were lifting weights and stuff in the weight room.
Can we storm the Burger King after this? I know Steve didn't have internet privileges, so odds are he isn't aware about Donald Trump's McDonald's cosplay visit. Again, if you haven't seen my dub of it, please check it out. It's great fun. Steve Bannon knows everything he says and does is BS. He doesn't believe anything he says, okay? This is how he makes his living, off the grift, off the big lie. So he's actually a little thrown and tad amused by this guy. I mean, Steve knows he's ridiculous. And you can also see he's like, wait, was I in jail with this guy? No, he said lifting weights. He nearly had me, but wait, it gets even better.
Stuff in the weight room? When's the next insurrection? How are we gonna do this and stuff, man? You know what, if I'm leaving, I'm having a good time. He looks like Yoda with AIDS right now. Robbie Rhodes, Stephen, no political violence, people. This place smells like mothballs.
This place smells like mothballs. Yoda with AIDS. Oh my gosh, honestly. The first pass on that for me made me spit out my drink. Solid sabotage of my keyboard there. Fantastic.
Melania is upset because nobody is buying her book. They aren't buying it. And I told her our base can't read good. The words so hard. Sentences impossible. That's why I did picture books. You gotta do photos. You know, she had some pretty hot ones back in the day. It would give my imagination a break if I could just convince Ivanka to do those kind of photos.
This is really cool.
Well, first, Steve, I got to say it's great to have you back. You're looking svelte. You're looking tanned. You look great. Now you're back in New York City.
Prison yard ready.
There you go. And this is my first time doing this show in person with you after all these years being on.
Everything else was by Skype?
Everything by Skype. So
Okay, nobody can go to prison and come out this color unless they've been getting daily Peter North by the Kool-Aid guy. It wasn't just a wardrobe change. It was a spray tan pit stop.
it just looked like MAGA went on the offensive, came to New York City, made our voices be heard. We had about 100,000 people flooded into Midtown, packed all the bars, packed all the streets. Haven't seen anything
Oh, you mean
like
the
it.
spillover? I don't think people know that. You had 19,500. You sold out the Garden.
Probably more. Probably squeezed in there. We won't tell the fire marshal.
Okay, so 20 plus. And you had how many? You said 100,000 showed up and enjoyed themselves in the watering holes.
NYPD reports on the ground were probably close to 100,000. Midtown was packed.
Now, Bannon said that he would encourage Trump to prematurely declare victory on Election Day if the vote showed he was ahead, saying he should stand up and say, hey, I've won this. And we have teams right now that are going to make sure that this thing is not going to be stolen, which is just totally insane because it doesn't matter if you're ahead if things are still being counted. But here he is saying that at the first flicker of an edge, they'll state that they won, and if anything changes, it's a scam. They will start that narrative.
The MyPillow, $14.88, everybody, the $14.88 as soon as when a box store cancels it, and then I put out the wholesale price, and all of a sudden I'm a Nazi. So what do I do? And the media called me and said, whatever you do, Mike, you better apologize. What are you going to do? I said, I'm going to double down. Let's make the Queens 1888, make the Kings 1988. So there you have it, everybody. Go to my...
Okay, when someone associates anything you do with Nazis, you want to distance yourself and fight back. But when you're Mike Lindell, you double down. I mean, you can't make this up, but this is someone that's thrown his wealth away for the guy that keeps a copy of Mein Kampf on his nightstand. I make this show 100% on my own thanks to you. If you love what I do, drop me a super thanks, consider leaving me a PayPal tip, or hit the join button to support what I do here.
They assume that if you stand on manhood, that you're against women. That is a lie. It's one of the great lies in politics. There's no such thing as toxic masculinity. It's about manhood. And so they recognize that Donald Trump is an alpha male. He absolutely is, no doubt about it. People like that, they follow it. They need leadership. And I will tell you this, who do you want at the table with Xi Jinping? Kamala Harris or Donald Trump?
Fair question. Fair question.
Xi Jinping? You mean President Cheese?
Although I like, I like China, and I like President Xi. He's a fierce individual, very fierce.
Yeah, the girdle-wearing guy hiding behind a 7-layer dip of spray tan and makeup that couldn't even tie his own apron and 2 hands water bottles? That's your alpha male? Dude golf carts the entire way and needed a towel for the interview. Oh, but he did a 3-hour one with Joe Rogan. He couldn't have been in a safer space. Hillary Clinton faced 11 hours of questioning before the House Select Committee on Benghazi. Slightly more intense situation. Is filing for bankruptcy multiple times alpha? Is that alpha? Is faking bone spurs alpha?
You're not recognizable if something goes wrong. If something goes wrong and Marjorie Taylor Greene with that beautiful blonde hair is driving down the highway in a hydrogen car, and the problem with a hydrogen car, if something goes wrong, it's like the atom bomb went off. You're not recognizable. But they say, we think we have it under control. That's not good enough. They'll say, we thought it was Marjorie Taylor Greene riding down the middle of the turnpike, but she's no longer recognizable. We found some of her. I won't say. We love her. Stand up. Marjorie, stand up.
If something goes wrong in any vehicle, it's not going to be terrific. Does Trump not know that a gas guzzler is powered by a combustion engine? You are carting around gallons of a flammable liquid. I'm just blown away that he is talking this, that he has this hypothetical about Marjorie Taylor Greene being blown away because she looks like she already was. She doesn't look like she just stepped out of a salon. She looks like she just stepped on a grenade.
Folks, a lot at stake here. We're all investing in America's agenda. And because of what we did, remember how we were going to go into depression and all that stuff? Guess what? We got the strongest economy in the world. The whole damn world.
Exactly. Trump has always campaigned on doom and gloom and promised everything would fall apart if Biden won. And Biden did a great job. The numbers don't lie. But Trump voters don't look at the numbers. And they just don't know how good they have it till it's gone. A free way to support me is by doing your regular Amazon shopping through my link in the description. That's it. It costs you nothing. Just got to click here, and it helps me keep the show going. Mike Lindell was right all along, and you should be ashamed of yourself for questioning his election truths. MAGA tears. This channel is a dumpster fire of lying trolls. MAGA tears. We want a real family in the White House, not the woke thing Allah has going on. MAGA tears. nobody can go to prison and come out this color unless he's been getting daily Peter North by the Kool-Aid guy. Okay, nobody can go to prison and come out this color unless he's been getting daily Peter North by the Kool-Aid guy. Okay, nobody can go to prison and come out this color unless they're getting daily Peter North by the Kool-Aid guy. Go to prison and come out this color unless he's getting daily Peter North by the Kool-Aid guy. For the record, it's been a long day. I've been fighting a cold. My son's not well, and I'm filming this very late. Marjorie Taylor Greene being blown away because she looks like she already was. She doesn't look like she just stepped out of a salon. She looked like she just stepped off a grenade. Brilliant. Most venues are built for sports and then accommodate a concert. Nobody can go to prison and come out this color unless he's been getting a Peter North. The heckler in that clip was Robbie Roadsteamer, and I was not aware of him till now, so be sure to check out his stuff. His Jeffrey Epstein's Plane YMCA parody with a megaphone in front of MAGA is very good fun. Check him out. Tell him I sent you.
I can confirm the Tommy Campbell Show is the best political comedy show on YouTube. And I hope you subscribe.